Hi everyone, it's Chantel Adana Agro. Welcome again to Timeless Talks with Telly. And thank you so much for being patient, but expect to hear from me definitely within a 2 week time span. So I love you. Thank you so much again for being here. Like, subscribe, and let's jump into what I want to talk about today. So these past couple of weeks, I have just been really focusing on the tail end of my campaign. Free Mind campaign with iPhone Woman is officially ending on the 28th. Thank you everyone who has contributed, who has shared, who spread the word. I really appreciate it. This is only the beginning, and I've learned so much about myself throughout the entire process. But something that's sticking out to me is remembering that what I'm building is foundational and it will last generationally. So, creating what I'm creating, it's going to take time. And also, I am not defined by any outcomes that are earthly. I think I spoke about that in my last video. I want you to remember that because it's so easily ingrained in the society that influences us on a daily basis that we are only worth the amount that we are being productive or the time that we're spending in producing their world, right? I want to encourage someone to take it baby steps by baby steps. If you're one of those people who is not really slowing down this season, even though the world is slowing down, be gentle with yourself even in that time. Be gentle with yourself as you're growing mentally and emotionally and as you're trying to implement new habits to foster a better you. I went to church this morning and the pastor was talking about his series, which is called Remembering. And he first spoke about never forgetting how good God has been to us, never forgetting that it's a blessing to have breath in our body and a live heartbeat. Never forget what he's brought us through, right? That's so important. And today, he wanted to remind us to give praise to the lifter, the one who lifts us in times when things aren't working out our way, things aren't happening the way we thought they would, and we just need some encouragement because we don't know what that means for us moving forward. Remember that the world is not the end all be all, and remember that we as humans don't have the final say. We can only control what we can control. But be encouraged because there are still people who need your work. There are still people who need your voice. There are still people who need to hear from you. A lot of the times we say, oh, it's bigger than me, and my work is to serve. Well, what does that really mean? Your work is to serve, your work is bigger than you. Then that means stopping was never an option. Taking breaks, of course, yes, but stopping was never ever an option because there's so much on the line, right? I want you to remember to stay encouraged. Do it incrementally, pray each day, have a ritual, have a mantra, but do something to consistently keep your head held high. We are in times that are unpredictable. That's life. We never know what's going to happen. Even when we think we know what's going to happen, we really never know. So, trusting that you are where you're supposed to be, trusting that if you're not where you're supposed to be and you feel a shift and you feel that you need to make a move to be in alignment to do that, but trusting the process, trusting your craft, trusting God, and actually setting the time aside that you need to change your habits. It's all about moving forward. It's all about moving upward and onward so that what we do not only affects us and develops us, but in turn inspires other people and the wheel continues to turn, right? We're breaking generational curses, we're breaking ourselves out of toxic cycles, and that starts with the mind. That starts with the mind. So I'm here to remind you to keep your head held high. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are worthy, you are needed, and it is time for you to keep your head held high. You cannot bow down and you cannot get discouraged. You cannot dwell in dismay or wallowing or sorrow. What you're feeling is real, right? What you're feeling is real, and it's okay to feel. But remember that for what you're feeling to mean, to matter, you have to keep going. You have to keep going, and you have to keep going confidently, because one thing that will happen when you're in your most vulnerable state or when you're in a state where you're second guessing yourself or doubting yourself is thoughts of doubt will seep in, thoughts of, oh, I shouldn't have done this, thoughts of, oh, I need more experience. Like, no, sometimes the learning is just in the doing. Sometimes the learning is just in the doing, and you have to be able to. Everybody always wants to talk about energy, right? So, where's your confidence? Where's your security? Where's your mental state and emotional state when you're trying to change your habits, when you're in conflict and you want to be better than you have previously, or as it pertains to reacting, or as it pertains to navigating through a certain situation or a certain conflict. Things are not always going to go our way, but we can still move forward with love, light, confidence, and the underlying agenda, knowing that what we're doing is not just for us, but for the people who come after us. So I say all that to say, lift your head up. I love you. I will talk to you next week. And I'm so thankful for each and every person. If you know anyone who really needs to hear this message, and if this message inspires you, please share. And of course, subscribe. I love you. Lift your head up. Walk with confidence. Love God. And pray. Pray, pray, pray. Love yourself. And you're beautiful. Talk to you next week. Bye.